Welcome back to WDSU-TV's coverage of Delaware State University Hornet basketball. Now we're heading into our second game of our doubleheader. It'll be your Delaware State University Hornets against the Coppin State Eagles on the men's side. Now, with that being said, the Delaware State University Hornets have the last two games. They've beaten Baptist Bible Ablaw here at Memorial Hall, and recently a tough, gritty game against Dayton in which they only lost by 10. It was a great showing by the Hornets. Once again, my name is Byron Dixon. I'm joined alongside Derek Slayton and Roland DeVries. Now I'm going to toss it to Derek. Derek, this is game 2 of a doubleheader. The first game was good. A tough loss for the Lady Hornets. So what are you expecting for this game for the men's side?
The men, they should dominate the glass. Coppin State's one of the worst rebounding teams in the MEAC. Casey Walker, who leads his team in rebounds, and Kendall Gray should definitely do a good job on the glass and get some second chance opportunities. Secondly, they got to attack the paint, not only just to score in the paint, but to free up some space for these shooters and Casey Walker and Tyshawn Bell. Finally, they got to score off turnovers. They only score 60 points per game. They need to generate easy points to help out the offense.
Good job there, Derek. Now, with that being said, we're going to turn it back over to our sideline reporter, Roland DeVries, who has some important information. Hey, Roland.
Thanks, Byron. Coppin State comes into this Memorial Hall for this matchup with Delaware State University with a 2-4 record, coming off from a loss to Gonzaga, where their leading scorer was Sterling Smith, who leads the Eagles with a 14.5 points per game. Also scoring big was Tariq Cephas, who is second in scoring with 11.8 points per game. Coppin State has had a rough season so far, playing two major non-conference games against California, which were losses, and also against the University of Michigan. Head coach Fang Mitchell comes in here with an overall record of 33-20 versus Delaware State, and he enters with his 28th year at Coppin State. The Eagles are hoping to be a tough matchup for the Hornets this evening, so let's see what they'll give us, Byron. Back to you.
Thank you, Roland. We're just about set for tip-off, about 4 minutes away. Now, this is the first MEAC game, as we stated earlier, for the Delaware State University Hornets against Coppin State. It'll be interesting to see what goes on between these two. Will it be a filling out process? Are these teams familiar with one another? Definitely want to get off to a good start. Delaware State University has been playing some tough opponents, and they've been off to a little rough stretch. But they love the comfort here at Memorial Hall. Derek, with that being said, who are some players or different aspects that you're looking forward to see what happens today?
Key player for the Hornets is Kendall Gray. The last time we were here, Kendall Gray dropped 19 on the University of Delaware, and he did it with ease, 8 for 11 from the field. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, he will be a huge impact for the Hornets. Also, on the defensive end, he blocks 2.3 shots per game, which is second all time in the Hornets block shots. He has 147 block shots for his career. For Coppin State Eagles, it's Sterling Smith, 15.8 points, and he does it very efficiently. 56% from the floor, 48% from deep. The man can really shoot.
Good point there, Derek. We'll definitely keep our eye on these two players. Kendall Gray, I think the key for him will definitely be staying out of foul trouble, because when he's on the court, he's a presence to be reckoned with. His ability to face up, his athleticism, and his ability on defensive end. He's going to get blocks and create players to make them alter their shots. And with that being said, you always want to have a strong anchor on the defensive side of the basketball. And I'm sure this game will probably be close. It's going to come down to rebounding, physicality, defensive aspect as well, and staying out of foul trouble.
Yeah, and also staying out of foul trouble because they just don't have a lot of depth at the center position. After him, they just have to go small ball, and they're not really a small ball team. They don't get up and down the court that well, and they only score about 60 points per game, so it's kind of a slower offense. So you want some bigger players in there in the paint.
One guy I definitely wanted to give love to and show love to is his play lately. Kendall Williams, the point guard, the transfer. He's definitely stepped up. The other night against Baptist Bible, he had a career-high 18. He's been playing some good basketball, and you need that at the guard position. His ability to create space with his ability to dribble the basketball and his quick first step. He can get to the lane at will, and it will be important to see how he matches up with these Coppin State guards.
And also he's shooting 50% from three-point land. And when you talk about attack the paint, of course you're talking about Kendall Williams, you're talking about Casey Walker and Tyshawn Bell and A.J. Thomas have to be able to penetrate and draw some defenders to them so they can kick out for those threes they like to shoot so much.
And when you speak about those threes they like to shoot so much, it's going to be important that they knock those threes down. because they're going to be there. It'll just be important to see if they're making them. It'll be a good day for the Hornets. They're streaky shooters.
Yeah, and Tyshawn Bell, who was struggling early on this season, has made 11 threes in the last couple of games. So he's found his shooting form. Hopefully Casey Walker can find his and spread out some of this offense, which will allow for them to penetrate into the lane for some easy points. And also create some space for Kendall Gray to work into the paint so there's no double teams.
Good point there, Derek. I'm ready to get going. We're about a minute away from tip-off here. Once again, you're here with WDSU's continuing coverage of Delaware State University Hornet basketball. Once again, my name is Byron Dixon, alongside Derek Slayton and our sideline reporter, Roland DeVries, here from Memorial Hall. Your Delaware State University men's Hornets are looking to get that MEAC win.
Another thing that I'm looking forward to is DeAndre Hayward. We covered him last time at UD. He had 6 points and forced a couple steals. And off the bench, you can just see he's a big-time spark. He was a standout player at Peterson Eastside High School, selected as the Country Player of the Year during his senior season when he averaged 21 points, 7 boards, 4 steals, and 4 assists per game. Was New Jersey's All-State and All-Conference selection. And he definitely has a lot of talent. Just a freshman. I would like to see him continue to improve and get more playing time.
Good point, Derek. Good point. Looks like we're just about ready for the presentation of the colors and national anthem and the starting lineups for today's game.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Remove your hats for the playing of Lift Every Voice. And please remain standing as we honor America and the brave men and women of our armed forces with the playing of our national anthem.
ready?
Starting guard, number 2, Sterling Smith. Also guard number 11, Tariq Cephas.
That would be great.
Starting forward, number 0, Arnold Fripp. At forward, number 21, Michael Murray. And at forward, number 40, Brandon St. Louis. Head coach is Mr. Ron Mitchell, his 26th season. He's assisted by Keith Johnson, Larry Tucker, and Jay Dunn. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coppin State Eagles. And now for your Delaware State University Hornets. Starting at guard. 6 foot tall from Notre Dame, number 2, Kendall Williams. And guard 5'10" from Fort Washington, Maryland, number 13, A.J. Thomas. And guard 6'5" from Frontenac, Virginia, number 22, Casey Walker. And forward is 6'7" from Dover, number 5, Sean Bell. And at center, the big man, 6'10" from Dover, Kendall Gray. Head coach Greg Jackson. Assistant coaches Steve Walker, Darrell Wilkinson, and Mike Bernard. Ladies and gentlemen, our director of operations are the Tyson team trainer, Casey Cooper. Let's play some hoops.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready for tip-off here at Memorial Hall Gym. Your Delaware State University Hornets getting ready to take on the Coppin State Eagles.
Those are your starters.
Here for doubleheader action. Derek, what are your final thoughts when you think about, you got a couple seconds before the game, what are the coaches talking about?
Just to make sure they establish a post presence with Kendall Gray. A lot of times they don't give him the ball when he's hot. Give him the ball and let him work down low. He has a very good gift of strength and athleticism. I would like to see him take advantage.
Well, this dynamic duo of A.J. Thomas and Kendall Williams has been working well for the Hornets. I'm excited to see what they have for us here today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about ready for the tip. Kendall Gray for the Hornets. Looks like he should win this tip here. And he does. Out to A.J. Thomas. Gives it to Kendall Williams. Kendall sporting the sporty Russell headbands today, switching it up for the fans out there. Williams with the drive. Out to Walker. Delaware State in their famous motion offense. Williams to Walker. Walker back to Williams. Out to Thomas. Thomas with the pump fake. Williams back to Walker. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Williams to Thomas. Out to Walker. Walker shooting that shot. It is up and in. Casey Walker for 3.
Walker for 3.
Unlike the Lady Hornets, the men's Hornets, a slower tempo offense. They're going to take a lot of time off the clock and look for the best available shot.
And they love that three-point shot. Shot is off by Smith. Williams to Walker. Walker from the exact same spot. It is just off the front rim. Mary with the ball up top. Out to Cephas. Fruit. Smith. Cephas up top with the ball. The trapping offense. Trapping zone, as I like to call it. Out to Smith for 3. He matches Walker right back at him. Derek's impact player.
He's a guy 48% from three-point range. You got to look out for him. Even if you're in a 2-3, you got to know that's the shooter.
Williams with the ball. Bell back to Williams to Thomas. Thomas to Walker. Casey Walker loses the handle there on the ball, almost goes out of bounds. Williams with the drive. Williams, the lefty lay-in is up and in for Kendall Williams.
And that's just a good job attacking the paint. If they're going to be all up on you for the three, you beat them with the dribble.
You see the Hornets, they're running a little bit of a 2-3 trapping zone. Looks like shot is off the rim. Hornets gang rebounding.
Basically, the Hornets are going to zone with 4 people, and they're going to have a man on Sterling Smith to make sure he doesn't shoot the 3.
Walker for 3. Just out.
And he's getting some good looks early. He'll start to knock those down.
Smith with the drive. Smith, the reverse layup is off. Rebound to Murray. Murray with the lay-in. The Eagles have tied this game up 5-all.
Murray on the follow.
Thomas to Williams. Del State's motion offense here. Williams looking for something. Thomas drives to Bell. Walker with the drive, the spin move. The drive is up and in. Casey Walker showing he can do it more than just from the outside. He can take it inside as well.
Walker, one of the rare 6'8" players you'll find that can put the ball on the ground as well as he can. Would like to see him get into the paint like that a lot this game.
The three-point shot is just off the front rim there by Tyrese Cephas.
Besides
Williams
Sterling,
to Walker. Walker.
besides Sterling Smith, there's not a lot of three-point shooters for Coppin State.
Williams to Walker. Walker inside to Kendall Gray, who loses the handle, and it'll be a turnover. Coppin State basketball.
Ball to the Eagles.
Cephas bringing the ball up court. You hear the Del State defense talking. Kendall Williams, the anchor. That's always good when you got communication on the defensive end.
But it seems like Kendall Gray had some words with the assistant coach on that defensive possession after the turnover.
Thomas on the drive. Thomas gives it to Williams. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas on the drive. Out to Williams. For 3. It is off.
That's a good look, though. Good job. You know, when you watch the Hornets, you're going to see a lot of ball movement.
Cephas with the ball up top. Murray with the errant pass out of bounds. Good force of a turnover there by the Delaware State University Hornets. And we have a timeout on the floor.
I like the defensive plan that the Hornets are going with the zone. They're zoning everybody but Sterling Smith. And they're packing the paint and they're trapping the corners. And it's working well so far, forcing a timeout.
New York City's first and only HBCU basketball tournament. Brooklyn, we go hard, December 14th through December 15th, 2013. Are you ready? The 7th annual Big Apple Classic will return to New York bigger and better than ever. Gear up for an exciting 2-day weekend as we bring the incredible HBCU experience firsthand to the Big Apple. Delaware State will be taking on Howard University at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Don't forget the Big Apple Classic this upcoming December 14th through December 15th. Play has resumed. Thomas with the ball up top. Thomas to Bell. Bell to Walker. Williams to Thomas. Walker to Williams. Thomas on the drive. Pass is stolen there.
They took too long trying to get the ball to Kendall Gray. He was calling for it a couple of times and they missed him.
3-point shot is good. By number 21, Michael Murray.
All MEAC selection.
Murray for 3.
Thomas to Walker. Walker to Williams. Walker on the drive. Gives it to Bell. Bell to Williams. Thomas. Shot is just short. Williams with the offensive rebound. Out to Bell. Shot is off for Tyshawn. Rebound. Williams will reset the offense.
And that's dominating the paint. Coppin State is not a good rebounding team.
Williams. Williams up top, direction traffic out there. Gray in the post. They're doubling him immediately. Bell to Walker. Thomas with the ball. Out to Williams. Casey for 3. That is off. The drive is good by Tyreek Cephas.
The Hornets settling for way too many threes so far. That's their 5th three-pointer so far in this game. They're going to have to get some shots inside the three-point line.
Williams to Thomas. Thomas to Bell. Thomas on the drive, baseline. Out to Williams. The mid-range jumper is good.
Kendall Williams for 2.
You see a little bit of that trap and zone again from Del State. St. Louis on the block. Out to Smith for 3. It is off.
Good contest by Kendall Williams, getting out there and rotating to keep Smith from having an open look.
Williams to Thomas. Thomas to Walker. Inside, Gray, power dribble. Out to Bell, a little bit of a pass on behind him. Smith, pass. It is blocked and recovered by Mary.
You're saying that Coppin State's not going to allow Kendall Gray to work one-on-one. Whenever he catches the ball, 2 or 3 people are rotating over. They're going to make it very difficult. He's going to have to be patient and find the open people to knock down some of these shots.
It's all about being a willing passer. Have faith and trust in your teammates that they will and have the ability to knock down the outside jumpers.
Also, just not knocking down a jumper. These guys have to be ready to cut when there's an opening in the lane. You saw that Tyshawn Bell went to cut. Kendall Gray threw it out to him for a 3. They got to be on the same page on these double teams.
Play is ready to resume. Williams bringing the ball past midcourt. Williams to Walker. Bell. Bell back to Williams. Williams on the drive. Out to Bell. Bell with the pump fake. Bell on the drive. He is fouled. Looks like it'll be a timeout. Looks like Roland has some important information for us today. Roland, what do you have for us?
11 minutes, 41 seconds left here in the first half, and Coppin State Eagles lead the Delaware State Hornets 12-9. Casey Walker started off by knocking down his first 3 of the game, but he's been 0 for 3 since on the 3-point range. Kendall Gray and Tyshawn Bell have yet to score, as both teams seem to be content passing the ball along the perimeter and taking outside jumpers. I think Delaware State needs to get that ball down low, get Kendall Gray into this game, and Tyshawn Bell to start heating it up from the outside. Back to you, Byron.
Thank you, Roland. We're back here at Memorial Hall. Your Delaware State University Hornets trail the Coppin State Eagles by a score of 12-9. Just about ready to resume play here. Looks like Sterling Smith has been held in check pretty much so far, only 3 points. But Michael Murray with 7. And on Del State side, Casey Walker with 5 and Kendall Williams with 4. The only 2 Hornets who have scored so far, so you definitely want to get some more players involved. Bell to the line for 2 shots. Shot is good for Bell. Shot is good. Looks like Khalil Thomas. Khalil Thomas, sorry. And DeAndre Haywood will check into the game. Now you see a 3-quarter court trap from the Hornets here.
And these are their energy guys that like to bring in during traps.
Cussy with the ball up top. Smith. Travel has been called. Del State trails by 1 here. Looks like Larry Haley is into the game as well. Haley with the extra pass. Haywood, the southpaw. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Might have to make a move here. Pass is stolen. The Eagles are on a break. Shot is off. Gray rips the rebound right out of midair. Thomas to Haywood for 3. Barely grazed the rim there. Pick and sit there by Ames. Fripp.
The Hornets switch back into a matchup zone, it looks like.
Shot for 3. It is in for number 0. Arnold Fripp.
And Haley can't help one man away on that type of play. That help has to come from somewhere else. He gives up a 3 because he incorrectly played help defense.
Shot is off.
They're just shooting so many threes right now. So many threes. Nothing going to the basket.
By Larry Haley. The drive out to Smith. Smith with the pass. Draws the foul. They call travel, actually.
Travel.
Looks like Michael Murray checking to the game. Hornet ready to inbound. Thomas bringing the ball past the midpoint line. Thomas with the drive out to Haywood. Thomas top of the key. Out to Haley.
And we're only 6 seconds left and nothing going to the paint.
Shot is off by Thomas. Mary with the ball. Fripp, top of the key. Fripp drives, power dribble. Blocked by Kendall Gray. Walker on the drive.
And you just don't test Kendall Gray like that. One of the best shot blockers, not just in the MEAC, but I remember his freshman year, besides Anthony Davis, he was the best shot blocking freshman. He was second in that list, in that category.
Well, you talk about pretty elite company. You've seen the great things that Anthony Davis has gone on to do in the NBA. Unfortunately, he just suffered an injury, a broken hand, but he's on pace to be the most improved player this season in the NBA. Williams has checked back into the game, gives it out to Walker. Walker to Thomas. Thomas to the other Thomas. And you see Williams with the ball. Williams on the drive. Stop short. Looks like they'll kick it back top of the key. Kendall Gray, high post. Williams. Get bounce pass to Casey Walker. Casey Walker called for the travel.
That was a good look for Kendall Williams for Casey Walker in a short corner. Good help defense by Coppin State.
Timeout on the court. Full timeout.
We are looking forward to our second annual December commencement on December 14th in Memorial Hall Gymnasium. The keynote speaker will be Kent Amos, a Delaware State University alumnus from the class of 1970, a former Xerox executive and currently a nationally renowned educator and Washington, D.C. charter school founder. Mr. Amos will share a lot of wisdom on what it means to succeed and how that always should include service. So, Derek, so far in the first half, what are some things that jump out to you as you look at this matchup?
One thing that's upsetting me is how long it's taking them to get into any type of offense. For the first 29, 30 seconds, they're just passing the ball around the perimeter with no penetration into the lane. And then they have to force up a bad shot with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. I would rather see them run some pick and rolls or something, some screen, something. They're just passing the ball around. You're not seeing too much play design on a weak side. It's just a lot of passing around. No screens are being set. No picks are being set. No dribble penetration. I don't understand it.
When you run a motion offense, the key is to take time on the clock, but not so much time that you have to settle for bad shots.
And you've seen them they've taken 8, 9 3-pointers so far.
Right.
Made one.
Well, you know what they say. You don't live by jumpers, you die by jumpers. And speaking of jumpers, the three-point shot is good for number 21, Michael Merritt, the freshman out of Brooklyn, New York.
That's our first team all MEAC selection. He could definitely fill it up.
Thomas, top of the key to Walker. Walker on the drive. Walker pass just out of reach of Williams, gets it back. Bell with the ball, drives, travel is called.
And just another bad possession. Nothing going into the lane, no player movement. You see the ball movement, but no screens are being set for people to free them up off their man. Nobody in the middle of that zone.
Well, the only way to effectively attack a strong defense is player movement and ball movement.
They have the ball movement, but passing around the perimeter. They're not.
And
There's
space.
nothing aggressive about it.
Right.
Foul number 13, A.A. Thomas, his first, team first.
Cephas calling out the offensive set. You hear him yell, Eagle, Eagle. Coppin State Eagles. Back to Cephas, top of the key. Murray looking for that opening. Cephas. Cephas on the drive. Lewis with the pick. He
Good job
rolls to
by
the basket.
Kendall Gray.
Murray for another three. It is off.
And on that possession, Kendall Gray did a good job on pick and roll defense. Had a point guard on him, but didn't allow him to get to the lane. Forced the pass, and
Looks
Casey
like
Walker.
Walker is down on
And
the
he's
play.
down.
Looks like
Looks like his right ankle. We can't put any weight on it. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
number 10 Nick Doyle will check into the game for his first minutes of the game. Looks like an ankle injury to Casey Walker. Will definitely get rolling over there to get some more information when it becomes available. Thomas brings the ball past midcourt. To Williams. Thomas on the drive. Out to Williams. Williams to Doyle. Doyle to Bell. Thomas is called for another travel.
They're having very difficult time breaking down this 2-3 zone. Somebody has to be free throw line extended in the middle of that paint to catch it, let the defense collapse on them, pass it to some cutters.
Cephas bringing the ball past the midcourt. Out to Murray. You see a lot of off-ball screens and pick-and-roll action with this Coppin State Eagles offense. Fripp for three. Nothing but the bottom of the net. The Eagles extend their lead to 11. Charles Burley has checked into the game.
And Coppin State is not a very good three-point shooting team. Under 30% for the season. Has knocked down a handful of threes so far to have a 21 to 11 point lead.
Williams for three. It is off.
Once again, nothing into the lane. Just a lot of three-pointers. The zone is to make you shoot three-pointers. Coppin State wants them to take those shots.
Cephas to Smith. Smith to Lewis. Lewis, the big fella. Driving, loses the handle. Burley running it up court, gives it to Williams. Williams to Thomas. Shot is good for three. A.J. Thomas.
Good job. We talked about scoring off of turnovers. They force a turnover. They need to score.
Murray looks for Cephas. Cephas straight on for three. It is off. Rebound by Lewis. Murray, bounce pass. Fripp with the slam dunk right down the throat of the Hornet defense.
Good pass by Murray to set up the play. Hornets need to get some consistent offense going.
The Hornets need a spark. Something. Loose ball dive. Get to the free throw line.
Nobody.
Block. Steal. Layup. Thomas taking a pick by Gray. Someone falls. Gray is in the lane. Gray is called for an offensive foul. Lowered his shoulder.
But I'm okay with that play. That play, you got something into the lane, off of a pick and roll. You got some player movement. You got somebody on the ground. They just got to be able to finish.
Cephas. Picked by Lewis. Fripp back to Cephas. Coppin State running their offense. Cephas to Lewis. Lewis to Smith. Smith a pretty quiet game so far. Only 3 points. Fripp on the drive. Blocked by Kendall Gray. He said, get that weak stuff out of here. Thomas on the drive. Thomas on the pull-up.
It's a bad shot. It's a very bad shot.
Cephas to Murray. Hoop. No hoop, but he does get to the line for 2 free throws. Well, Derek, you called it right on. Kendall Gray with a nice block. Had a fast break opportunity, but as you said, they settled for the mid-range jumper. You like to see them attack and go inside and try to get their shot.
It's not just that, but he had a hand in his face. It wasn't an open mid-range jumper. That's a shot you can get. That's a shot they've gotten with 1 second left on the shot clock. In transition, you have your big man, Kendall Gray, right next to you. You can dump it off for him, easy dunk for him, or set up your offense and run a half-court play.
Recently, Delaware State University received a top honor when it was named by the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities as the 1890 Land-Grant University of the Year. Delaware State University received the honor because of its overall performance in the APLU's 14 award categories. Delaware State University was in the top 3 of 9 categories, including first in research, which it also received the APLU's Research Award. So, Derek, about 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Delaware State University is down by 9 points. What do you think the coaches are saying to their players right now?
They gotta find a way to get something inside the lane. Not everything has to be a 3-point shot. So if I'm the coach, I'm drawing something up that gets them some ball movement, something going towards the basket. You have not seen that.
As I look down the stat sheet here, you see Michael Murray with 10 points, as Derek mentioned, the All-MEAC preseason. And with the Hornets, you got Tyshawn Bell with 2, Casey Walker with 5, Kendall Williams with only 4 points, and you see Albert Thomas has 3 as well. So you would like to see a little bit more guys break the scoring seal and get some points. Murray to the line, knocks down his first free throw.
Michael Murray's first free throw is good.
The freshman out of Brooklyn, New York, graduate of Brooklyn Collegiate. Murray knocks down both free throws. Burley calling out the offensive set for the Hornets. Tyshawn Bell to Thomas. Out to Burley to Bell.
That's a good play off the timeout for the Hornets to get something into the paint, end up getting a foul. Have not seen anything into the paint to either Bell or Gray or Walker until that play.
Williams to Thomas. Burley top of the key to Thomas once again. Burley with the behind the back dribble there. Bell, he's shooting. Shot is briefly off the front rim.
Just nothing there. Just everything at the top of the key. Pass,
Cephas to Smith for 3.
We talked about him earlier. He's a knockdown 3-point shooter.
Great court vision by Cephas there.
That's his 6th assist of the game. University of Delaware came here when we called that game. They won because they hit a lot of 3-pointers.
Burley with the ball. Tyshawn Bell in the post. Power dribble. Drives. And 1. Tyshawn Bell.
That's what happens when you attack the paint. It's there. There are openings in this lane. When they go and attack, that's the second time we've seen Bell get to the line. This time he'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
Bell, like Derek said, trying to get a 3-point play here. Shot is good for Bell.
It's good.
Delaware State coming out in a trapping. Full court man-to-man. Murray. Cephas with the ball. Cephas taking a pick by Lewis. Lewis rolls to the basket. Murray, corner. Lewis. Stolen by Thomas. Hornets have a fast break opportunity here. Williams to Gray Jump shot is good. Kendall Gray showing his ability to knock down the outside jumper.
Good job by Kendall Williams finding a secondary break on that play.
Smith top of the key.
And kind of a ticky-tack foul on Williams. He did put his hand on Cephas when he jumped in the air, but
Foul number 13, A.J. Thomas.
actually it's going to be on A.J. Thomas.
About a minute 27 remaining in the first half here. The Delaware State University Hornets trail Coppin State by a score of 28-19.
Coppin State called a timeout, a 30-second timeout.
Delaware State University is establishing a Delaware State University early college high school on campus that is scheduled to open in the fall of 2014. It will be designed specifically to serve first-generation college-bound students and will have a great emphasis on science, technology, engineering, and math. Students will also be able to earn a maximum of 60 hours of college credits while finishing high school. The last in a series of parent and student information nights will be held December 17th at 6 p.m. in the DSU Living and Learning Commons, formerly the Sheraton, just north of North DuPont Highway. Pass to Smith. Smith to Cephas. Smith blocked by Kendall Gray, but Mary is right there for the follow.
Somebody got to be there to rotate after Kendall Bell blocks a shot. They're just waiting for the ball to hit off the backboard and put it up for another layup.
I guess they're watching in amazement just like me and you. Williams to Burley. Burley with the crossover dribble. Burley out to Thomas. Thomas for three. It is off. Smith with the rebound out to Cephas. Cephas pushing the tempo here. Smith, the pull-up three. It is off. Off of, looks like Tyshawn Bell. Looks like it'll stay with the Coppin State Eagles.
The Hornets are going to need a spark here offensively. They just look demoralized right now. None of the outside shots are falling, and their confidence is dwindling.
Pass to Mary. Mary, pull-up jumper. It is good. And the young freshman is putting on the show early on in this game. Might have to think about double-teaming him if you're going to double-team anybody. Williams receives the ball off the down screen. Hornets are probably going to hold for the last shot. Looks like there'll be a double team coming. Pick coming. Out the bell. Three is off. Looks like he got fouled. That'll be 3 free throws, I believe, if the foot was behind the line.
It's like Charles leans with the foul, and that was a bad foul. You never want to foul a three-point shooter, and you never want to foul a three-point shooter with 4 seconds left on the clock.
First free throw is good. Tyshawn Bell. Third free throw. Is good for Tyshawn Bell. Knocks down all 3. Good to see a guy make all 3 free throws out of getting fouled at 3-point line. 4 seconds remaining. Smith on the drive to Lewis. Layup. Looks like it will count, and the signal confirms it. A defensive lapse there. You just can't give up a coast-to-coast easy layup there with 4 seconds remaining.
I don't know why Kendall Gray was 80 feet from the basket on that play. I don't know if that was the trap they were supposed to run, but I just don't understand it.
With that being said, at the end of the first half, Coppin State leads Delaware State University 34-22. We're now going to send it over to Roland DeVries, our sideline reporter who has a Coppin State coach with him. Roland, what do you have for us?
We're at halftime here at Memorial Hall. Coppin State Eagles leading Delaware State Hornets 34-22. I'm here with Coppin State's assistant coach, Keith Johnson. Keith, I've seen your team take a lot of shots from the perimeter. Is that the goal for the second half as well?
Not really. We're taking what the defense give us. They're trying to pack it in and keep us from the inside. So whatever they give us, that's what we're going to take. If they want to allow us to take those 3-point shots, we'll take them.
You've shut down Delaware State's two big men, Tyshawn Bell and Kendall Gray, held them to 8 points in the first half. What's been the key to that?
We've just been playing pretty good team defense. Our focus is on those two. We know they're good scorers, and we know Bell is the leading scorer of the team. So we really have a conscious effort to make sure that we get to them.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Right.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Roland, for that interview there. So, Derek, we're at halftime here. Delaware State is trailing by 12. What are some of your major takeaways from the first half so far?
One thing, Michael Murray can ball. The senior all-MEAC first-team forward is hitting shot after shot. And Tariq Cephas is doing a great job for Coppin State, managing the offense. I think he got 7 assists. But for the offensive side of the Hornets, I don't know what is going on right now. They're not getting into the lane. I think I've said that about 50 times. I don't want to say it anymore. But that's what's going on. They're just not getting into the paint. Everything is perimeter oriented. When they do try to pass into the paint, they get double teamed. But nobody cuts. They stand at the three-point line, and they miss another three-point shot. Coppin State wants them to take three-pointers. That's why they're running zone. They don't want them to attack the paint, and they're just playing right into their hands right now.
That's a good point there, Derek. Once again, we're here at halftime here on WDSU's TV. Someone said they may be worried about finals. That's why they can't get to the lane, but who knows? At halftime here on WDSU TV, the Coppin State Eagles lead Delaware State University 34-22. Once again, my name is Byron Dixon, joined alongside Derek Slayton and Roland DeVries. With that being said, we'll be right back. You're here at halftime. Your Hornets trail by 12. See you in a few minutes.
For ordering your MEAC merchandise, please visit the website www.wexstores.com or www.meacsports.com. Delaware State University was going on the KFC overload. Even with the both sides. At this time, we're going to start off our halftime contest. This contest is called the Shoe Scramble. Those 10 people that the NCAA has called, please come down now. What this event consists of is everyone has to put their shoe in the bucket. We're going to randomly place your shoe throughout the gym on the floor. Then you got to find your shoe. Put your shoes on. Sit at the bench and then run to the middle. Whoever gets to the middle first is winning. Calling down those 10 contestants now, please. You find your shoes. You sit on the bench. You put your shoes on. You run to the middle. Judge Sean, please come see me. Judge Sean, come see me. We got our 10 shoes. my count. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Find your shoe. Run back to the middle. We got a winner. We got a winner. We got a winner. That's my joint. All right, this game is called Just Like a Hornet. Excuse me. We're doing Just Like a Hornet. So we got two little youngins. They're going to run down, put the jersey on, put the shorts on, put the size 15 sneaker on, run down, and they going to lay up. You guys ready? Oh, they're not ready. Okay.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passphrase. It means no worries.
Are you guys ready? It's set. Go!
4 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks, 10 rebounds, 8 turnovers. So you definitely want to get more turnover rate down. And you gotta make some shots. So you come down.
That's just what it comes down to. They got to make some shots. They're 7 for 19 from the floor, 2 for 13 from 3, like you've already discussed. But they're getting nothing into the lane. Only 4 assists. With all the ball movement, they're just
We are back here on WDSU-TV's coverage of Hornet basketball. Once again, my name is Byron Dixon, joined alongside Derek Slayton and Roland DeVries, live from Memorial Hall Gym. Derek, about 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining to the second half begins. As you see the stats on the screen, what are some things that jump out at?
I think something that they're going to have to find an answer for Michael Murray. He has 16.6 for 7 from the floor, and Ono Fripp also with 8. Tariq Seif is doing a great job leading his team. 6 assists. He's creating for everybody right now. Their offense just looks so much better and so much more in sync with each other. I don't know what's going on with the offense with the Hornets. They just don't look. Everything looks disjointed. They don't know really where they're supposed to be at on the court. They're going to have to figure stuff out. They're shooting just over 33% from the floor. That's not going to get it done. They got to hit some outside shots, but they got to generate easy points. Force some turnovers. Coppin State only turned the ball over 5 times. They need to force a little bit more and get some easy looks, something to spark this offense.
It'll be interesting to see as the second half is approaching how it turns out. The Hornets are going to have to make a run. Like I said, they need a spark from something, whether that be a loose ball, diving on the ground, a big block, a slam dunk. Get to the free throw line, doing something that can get this crowd going and get these guys back in the game. On the injury front, it looks like I do not see Casey Walker currently out here warming up with the team. So we'll try to get you some information on his injury when we get some.
Yeah, he twisted his ankle. I remember chasing that 3-point shot. Walked to the locker room, has not came out. One of the best scores this team has had for the last 4 years. A loss to him, especially long term, will be huge.
1,000-point score in his career, a 3-point marksman. Definitely can make some points inside the paint as well. So it'll be interesting to see what his extent of his injury is and who steps up in his absence.
35 seconds left. What are some adjustments you want to see? I'm handling this all the time, but I'm taking your job right now. What do you want to see out of these guys?
Well, anytime you run a motion offense, you have to be able to create shots. And this team is having a difficulty sometimes of, depending on 50 passes, taking a whole shot clock. You're going to have to attack when you have your weaknesses. If the other team has a weakness, you attack it. You exploit it. And then definitely on the rebounding aspect, you see Coppin leads 16 to 10.
Test,
You're
1,
going to have to
3.
get on the boards. Kendall Gray can't do it alone. He needs help inside, so the Tyshawn Bells of the world. And now you see, actually, looks like Jordan Lawson, is going to come in and start. So you add more size and depth in there. It's going to need to hit the boards, be aggressive, and contest some shots.
Also, I think offensively, I would like to see them run some pick and rolls with Kendall Williams and Kendall Gray. I think that would be an explosive combination. We just have not seen it.
Well, hopefully I did a good job doing your job for once.
You did good. You did a good job.
For the second half, action has resumed, live from Memorial Hall Gym. The second of our doubleheader today. The girls took a tough defeat earlier to Coppin State Lady Eagles. The Lady Hornets actually travel to Maryland next week. Cephas Gives it off to Fripp. Fripp misses. Lewis with the rebound and manhandles and bowls his way to 2 points.
And that's another play where Kendall Gray has to guard his man. He can test the shot, but he can't get back to rebound, and nobody else is there underneath the boards to bring down the basketball.
Bell at top of the key, out to Thomas. Thomas to Williams. Williams drives. Thomas to Gray. Gray, jab step. It is off. Rebounded by Williams.
So
Williams
far,
will reset
nothing
the offense.
to the paint, no pick and rolls. You saw a couple screens, but nothing really transpired.
Williams on a drive to Gray.
I don't
Shot
like that
is
shot.
an air ball. Bell's follow is blocked. I would like to see Kendall Gray post up.
Yeah.
Murray, he's on fire, ladies and gentlemen.
Smith for 3.
That's his 19th point of the game.
He is just knocking down three-pointers left and right.
And even the crowd here is getting restless that nothing's happening offensively.
Kendall Gray on a drive, backwards layup, no good.
And Kendall Gray's forcing right now. He's came out each time he caught the ball, he shot it. 2 mid-range shots, 1 long-range shot actually, and then that layup, which was nowhere near the rim.
Foul number 30, Jordan Lawson.
It's a long game, ladies and gentlemen. 17 minutes remaining. You got to find a spark somehow, some way, though. These next 5 minutes are going to tell a lot about how this game will end up. Fripp out to Murray. Murray's on fire. He's looking to score. He's got Kendall Gray on him. Gives it off to Fripp. Fripp face-up jumper is no good. Kendall Gray with the rebound. Out to Thomas. Williams. Out to Jordan Lawson. Lawson to Bell.
Once again, everything to the perimeter. And another three-pointer.
Tyshawn Bell, no good on the 3. Cephas leading the break for them. Smith. Oh, Cephas with the acrobatic lefty layup.
Reed Cephas.
And with that being said, Delaware State University is going to call a timeout. The acrobatic layup, I thought he might pass it there. He comes back with the lefty lay-in. Great acrobatic play there by Cephas.
Yeah, good job by Cephas pushing the break. That's what happens when you shoot long jumpers and you miss. Leads to long rebounds and easy fast break opportunities.
With that being said, Roland has some important information for us. Roland, what do you have for us?
17 minutes, 13 seconds left here in the second half. Coppin State leads Delaware State 41-22. In the first half, the numbers are very telltale for Coppin State Eagles. They shot close to 50% from the three-point range and 47% field goal percentage. Delaware State, on the other hand, shot only 15% from the three-point range. Tyshawn Bell and Kendall Gray combined for 8 points in the first half. That's not going to get the job done here. They've got to get more involved in this ball game and put up some points if Delaware State's going to get the victory. Right now, trailing by 19, it's going to be tough sledding throughout the rest of this game. Back to Byron.
Thank you, Roland. Looks like Casey Walker is back in the game. Good news for Hornets fans. We can let our collective breaths go. Hopefully the injury is not lingering and he can be okay and contribute to this game. We need a spark. Maybe a Casey Walker three-point mirage will help us out here.
Yeah, he had 5 early points before he got hurt, and he looked like he was going to be on pace for a good game, but rolled his ankle, it seemed, earlier.
Maybe they should create a shot for him right here, maybe a down screen or a curl or something, a pin down.
And he actually did, but the pick wasn't good enough. He wasn't able to free him up.
Got to set good, strong picks. Walker, he's pulling. It's good. Right on cue, Casey Walker with the 3. Call me Nostradamus, but I know a little something. Looks like the ankle is just fine, ladies and gentlemen, just fine. Hornets are down 41-25. They're going to need a little bit more offensive help. Looks like a foul was called there. Murray will head to the line.
Foul number 5, Tyshawn Bell. His first
So Tyshawn Bell with his first foul trying to contest the shot.
to the line.
Murray looking for his 20th point.
Shot is no good from Murray. Tyshawn Bell checks out. It looks like Haywood checks in for him. Jason Owens in the game as well.
Murray's second shot is good.
Thomas bringing the ball up court. Owens to Gray. Gray with the pump fake. Stolen by Murray. The dunk. Tomahawk dunk for Murray. Michael Murray, double M.
Just nothing good about this game and this offense so far. The crowd's not into it.
Walker, 3. Looks like it is off. Gray with the offensive rebound.
And I know the Hornets like to be a slow tempo team, but they're going to have to speed up the pace here. Down 19 with just over 15 minutes left.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't the YMCA. This is D1 basketball. You're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, this is just nothing in the paint. No screens. So it's hard for them to create.
Owens, shot is off. Strong rebound by Cephas. He's pushing the tempo. He's not content. He draws the foul. So quiet in here, you could hear a pin drop.
Hornet foul number 13, A.J. Thomas. His third, team third. Let's hear it for DSU Hornet cheerleaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Big Apple Classic doesn't just stop at exciting basketball. The Big Apple Classic weekend officially kicks off on Saturday, December 14th with the Leadership Summit and Sports Entertainment Symposium, all inside of the iconic New York Times building. On Sunday, December 15th, we move to the Barclays. Be sure to catch the College Fair featuring over 20 HBCUs. Then, we're bringing down the house with a dynamic step show performance, drumline competition, and highly anticipated halftime show. And don't forget about the basketball. We go hard. Delaware State University will be playing in that Big Apple Classic at the Barclays Center next week against the Howard University Bisons. And if that game is anything like the football game, it'll be something to watch.
Yeah, that was a crazy game, man.
As we get our stats over here, we look down the line at Del State. Tyshawn Bell, 8 points. Casey Walker, 8 points. Other than that, nobody else has more than 5.
Yeah, it's bad to look at, and Michael Murray's been a one-man show. I guess he should have been an impact player of the game. He has 22 with a Coppin State's 44. They're going to have to shut him down if they want to get.
This kid, Michael Murray, has extreme upside. He's a freshman, good size, can stretch the floor, athletic ability to dunk the ball, get to the free throw line, good free throw shooter. Hounding defense as well. It looks like he's going to be a force for this Coppin State Eagles team for some years to come. Smith. Cephas on the drive. Cephas with a teardrop. No good. Walker with the rebound. Thomas gets it out before he gets hounded down to the other Thomas. Excuse me, partner. Scratch that. Michael Murray's a senior. So, with that being said, he's definitely
He's still scoring on everybody.
you can tell he's been here before. Let's just say that. Thomas to the other Thomas. The Hornets are only shooting 30% from the field, 18% from three. That'll go up with Casey Walker's three-point field goal there.
Walker for 3.
He's been the only source of offense for them so far.
Walker has come into this game pretty determined after that injury, though.
Yeah, maybe some competition because he's matched up against Murray, who was the first team All-MEAC.
Looks like it'll be called a double dribble. Hornets basketball.
This is a big possession for the Hornets. Maybe you can score something and get the crowd involved again. Bring this within 14.
Thomas brings the ball up court. Walker off the screen. Looks like they sniffed that out very well, Coppin State. It's like a drive by Thomas, and that shot is swatted out of there. Smith on the drive, and the foul. Sterling Smith.
Yeah, he's just an efficient scorer. He's not just a shooter. He knows how to finish in the lane as well.
Foul on number 23, Jason Owens. His first team 4.
Sterling Smith completes the three-point play. Tyshawn Bell ready to check in next to the ball. Thomas. Walker with the pick. Owens with a pick as well. Double pick there.
Still nothing with just 10 seconds left. No type of offense to even see.
Walker, he's shooting. Shot is off. Owens with the rebound. Owens with the
Good
spin.
move.
Owens
Can't
just
finish.
a bit off.
Kendall had the rebound, lost it.
Cephas on the drive. Cephas, it is good.
That's a good shot in transition. You don't always have to run right into the paint. You just find that open spot. Show the mid-range jumper.
Walker, wing. To Gray. Gray
You're going to get a foul on Kendall Gray. He threw his elbow into him.
through the elbow. Yeah.
Offensive foul, number 1.
Nothing intentional. Just had his elbows too high on his spin move in the post.
Gray's foul, his second team 5th.
Well, Gray only has 2 fouls, so he's staying out of foul trouble pretty well. Cephas. Cephas is actually a Delaware native from Bear, Delaware. Walker to Bell. Bell on the drive. And one. You see the length there of Tyshawn Bell, ability to take the contact and still being able to finish the layup.
He's gotten to the line a lot. This will be a 7th free throw attempt after this timeout.
Passed it by number 5, Tyshawn Bell. Good. He'll shoot 1 at the line. You've got a timeout. Full timeout, 60 seconds.
Well, Derek, we're under 12 minutes remaining in the second half. The Hornets have made a little run. You've seen some positive things with Casey Walker come back into the game. But overall, what is your mindset when looking at this game?
I'm a little less optimistic than you in what I've seen. Haven't seen too much adjustment from the first half to the second half. Casey Walker's been the only bright spot. Tyshawn Bell came back in the game and got into the lane. But I haven't seen too much to be proud about.
Hopefully they can get it together. There's still some time. Down by 19, you're going to have to put some points on the board to come back, whether that be forcing some turnovers, getting some offensive, something on offense. I don't know what to call it, but something. Tyshawn Bell, I would like to see him attack more as well. You see him get ready to go to the free throw line and shoot one free throw so he can hopefully get us back in the game.
Greg Jackson, the coach for the Hornets, is just going to have to create some more clever, some more imaginative offensive sets. Haven't really seen much. It's been very basic kind of.
Michael Murray has 22 points. He's the only Eagle in double figures, so you have to consider if you stop him, you can slow down his offense.
Yeah, but they got to score. Even if you stop them now, the way they're playing, I don't know if they can score 49 points.
Well, it's important to get some baskets here, as I always say, with the clock stop, free throws. They're called free throws, ladies and gentlemen.
If they can score, it will help them set up their half-court defense. They're missing all the shots in the world, so these guys are able to just run in transition and make shots before the Hornets can set up their defense and figure out who is guarding who.
Free throw for Bell. It is off, rims out. Ian's top of the key. Out to Murray. Murray with the jab set to create space against Owens. Murray with the drive. Spin. Shot is off. Good defense there by Owens. Thomas. To Bell for three. It is off. Rebounded by Casey Walker. Good rebound there. And Casey Walker, once again, he's doing it. He's getting it not only outside, but inside.
He's the Hornets' leader in rebounds.
Walker with the putback.
Cephas bringing the ball up court. Murray down low. Smith straight on for three. It is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
And that's just a bad rotation by Walker. That's the shooter. You can hear the coach yell out.
Last thing you want is for not only Murray to be woke, but Sterling Smith, our impact player, to get awoke and start knocking down 3 points.
He's the second Eagle in double figures with 12.
Bell on the drive, looking for someone, anybody. Gray shot is off. It barely grazed the rim there.
And you hear some groans in the crowd after that shot.
Ian's on the drive. Ian draws the foul. Landed kind of hard there.
Yeah, he landed kind of awkwardly, too. Hope he's all right. Kind of slow to get up.
Number 23, Jason Owens. His second team 6.
Good to see both players getting up from that.
He's to the line shooting 2.
Hornets trail by 20 here. 10 minutes remaining in the second half. Live from Memorial Hall. First shot is good.
First is good.
So if this was a game of 2K or Madden, they would be calling the game right now. They're
Yeah,
about 21.
21, and he's supposed to just walk off the court right now. He's supposed to hit quit on the game. Of course, that's not how it works here, but some of the fans are starting to walk away.
Well, as anemic as our offense has been, you have to think. You might just want to see what they can do. I mean, you might have to clear out the bench somehow or something.
Or maybe do
Put
something
somebody
under
in
his
who wants to
motion
play.
offense.
But somebody who wants to play is on that bench. They may need to be put in the game. I'm surprised Kendall Williams was on the bench that long.
Yeah, he was there for a while.
I don't understand the logic there with that one.
He's one of the more explosive players who can create off the dribble.
Thomas with the ball to Williams for three. Count it.
And that's a big shot.
Williams for 3. And he's fouled.
He will look to complete the very rare 4-point play. But on a day like today with so many traveling calls, what else would you expect? 4-point play, right? Shot is good. He completes the 4-point play. And it begs the question, why was he on the bench so long? Steal by Tyshawn Bell. Out to Williams.
Going to have a foul on the floor.
Maybe the Hornets can get into the bonus here with about 9 minutes, 40 seconds remaining and try to get some free throws. They've been shooting pretty well from the line.
Coppin State still with only 3 fouls. Needing 3 more to get into that bonus. But they're going to have to speed this game up. You're going to have to rush Coppin State, make them turn the ball over, and you're going to have to score in transition for the Hornets to win.
Williams. Out to Walker.
Kendall Gray looks
Thomas out
lost
to
on
Williams.
offense.
Williams again from the exact same spot he had the 4-point play from. Misses it, but stays on his rebound. Follows his shot.
Oh, that's a bad call. Looked like it was last touch on Coppin State.
Delaware State in their trap now. Cephas out to Smith. Smith on a drive. This is number 54. Blocked by Kendall Gray.
Kendall Gray's known for those type of blocks, especially on the weak side.
If only blocks were buckets, we would be all right.
That would be about at least 10 more points.
Yeah, we would probably be only down by 5 or 4 points. But with that being said, you do love the effort and intensity on defensive end. You know Kendall Gray is going to bring that each and every night.
And to the Hornets' credit, they're still playing. The game's not over, and they're not giving up on their effort.
Married to Smith. Cephas on the drive. Going left. Flips it up with the right hand. No good.
And that's just a shame that they played good defense on that possession, but didn't crash the boards. Coppin State is one of the worst rebounding teams in the MEAC, but they're dominating the glass against the Hornets.
Jeremiah Batts to the line, the freshman. Thomas with the ball to Walker. Walker to Kendall Gray. Like to see Kendall Gray getting a post again. Williams on the drive, pump fake. Thomas on the drive. Williams draws the foul.
And Williams, since he's came in, has been very aggressive getting into the lane, and he'll get 2 at the line. Good take, strong take in the lane.
Williams will go to the line for 2 free throws. As you said, that spark. And his name is Kendall Williams. I mean, you look at what he's done on the ground, going for loose balls, following his shot. You always teach your kids, when you shoot a shot, follow it. Shot is good.
Casey checks into the lineup for the Eagles.
You see Kendall Williams gathering his guys together, the leadership. That's what you want out of a guard, a point guard especially. Being able to rally the troops, knowing there's still time in this game to come back. Makes both free throws. The trap here by Del State. trying to speed up the tempo a little bit. Cephas winding down that clock a little bit, gets the call from his coach. Picked by Mary for Kessie. Mary in the post has a mismatch there. Good double team there by Bell. One more pass. The three-pointer is off. Rebounded by Thomas. Out to Williams. Walker for three. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Walker for three. As I like to say, playing pool. 3-ball, corner pocket. It's the shortest distance for any three-point shooter, and I think they know that. It's always good to have that shot in your repertoire.
And it's great to see Casey Walker getting his shot back. His junior year, he had a slump where he went from scoring 13 points a game to 8 points a game. He has 14 right now, hitting a lot of threes.
The three-point shot is always a great equalizer in the game of basketball. You're never down too much when you had a three-point shot, especially when you're hitting it consistently.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's the only person hitting threes. Besides him, I think Kendall Williams hit one early, just a few minutes earlier, but they have struggled from the three-point line. They've struggled from the floor. They're going to need Kendall Williams and Casey Walker to continue to shoot the ball well. Somebody pulled a Jason Kidd over there. So this is drink spill by one of the coaches.
Not the Jason Kidd incident. Hey, look, it doesn't work. Look at the Nets. Come on.
Now look at his bank account. He got fined $50,000.
Well, that'll hurt your pockets.
Even,
I don't care how rich you are. $50,000 hurt anybody. Kessie with the ball to Cephas. Cephas setting up the offense for the Eagles. Cephas out to Mary. Mary misses the jumper. Looks like it is rebounded and tapped in once again by Mary.
These guys have to rebound the ball better to come back in this game. They're forcing the initial missed shot, but they're scoring on second chances.
Williams, the ball to Bell. Foul. Foul will be called. That's how he'll go to the line for two.
Tyshawn Bell will be shooting his 8th and 9th free throw attempts. He's been able to get into the line consistently. Maybe he should get some more touches.
There's a timeout here. Coppin State leads Del State 58-41. We'll now send it over to Roland DeVries, our sideline reporter. Hey, Roland, what do you have for us?
Back in Memorial Stadium, Coppin State leads Delaware State 58-41 with 6 minutes and 51 seconds left in the second half. It's all been Michael Murray so far this evening as he's poured in 24 points, 9 of 11 from the field, and 3 for 5 on the three-point line. On the Hornets side of the house, it's been Casey Murray with 16 points, or Casey Walker with 16 points, Tyshawn Bell with 10. Kendall Gray just cannot get moving this evening. So far, the Delaware State Hornet basketball team continues to struggle here at Memorial Hall. With 6 minutes and 51 seconds left, it's going to be tough going from here on out. Back to Byron.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Roland. Thank you. 6:51 remaining in the second half. Coppin State leads Delaware State University 58-41. Here in the second of our doubleheader. Earlier, the female Lady Hornets lost to Coppin State, and the men are trying not to follow the same path, down by 17 with 6:51 remaining, Derek.
Yeah, they're going to have to, they want to make a run to win this game. It's going to have to start now. Not a lot of time remaining. Coppin State slowed down their offense to run the clock out.
Tyshawn Bell to the free throw line for 2 shots. The first one is good.
It's good.
Second shot is good.
His second is good.
Dell State, now they're going to press probably for the rest of this game, as they should. Looks like a timeout was called by Coppin State, and it was a timeout. Timeout.
30-second timeout.
Casey Walker has 16 points. Kendall Williams and Tyshawn Bell each with 10, Derek. So a little bit more balanced scoring, I guess, this half.
It's balanced scoring. Not a lot of scoring, unfortunately. But I mean, I just don't know really what to tell you right now in terms of the game of how they're going to come back. I feel like Coppin State's length defensively has bothered the Hornets a lot.
Dell State's trap is broken. They'll send it back out to Cephas to kill some time on the clock. Cephas on the drive. Out to Murray. Murray with the mid-range jumper. It is good. Off the glass. It's a Saturday night, but the bank is open, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
And he used
26
it there.
for Murray. Following in Kyra Coleman's footsteps with a high 20 performance.
Somewhere Tim Duncan is smaller. Looks like a foul was called.
Foul number 10, Christian DC. His fourth. Team 6.
Pass is overthrown.
Almost an out of bounds play.
Pass the bell out to Kendall Gray. I don't know why he's at the three-point line. Walker will shoot the three. It is off. Del State ball. Good hustle there by Thomas.
Out of bounds ball, Coppin State.
Hornets are going to have to get something going now with 5:41 remaining. They're just running out of time.
Walker on the drive. Walker with the floater. No good. Smith with the rebound. Cephas. Cephas to Murray. Cephas back outside. Shot is good.
Cephas for 3.
And Cephas even throwing a three-point sign up. He is a Delaware native from, like he said before,
Cephas
from
with the
there.
three, the Delaware native. Definitely putting on for his home crowd if you ask me. Williams for three, it is off.
And Murray all by himself.
Murray, the dunk.
Murray. This slam.
And the rim is still rattling. That just lets you know how much force was on that dunk, ladies and gentlemen.
And he did that with ease.
Del State needs to pick it up. 4 minutes, 29 seconds remaining. Kendall Gray with his own dunk, not trying to be one up by Mary.
And also good sportsmanship by Kendall Graham, not falling on the center underneath. Had to hang on to the rim.
Coppin State brings the ball past midcourt. They're definitely going to hold on to the ball here, try to kill some time. 4 minutes, 6 seconds remaining. Williams with the breakaway layup. Easy bucket.
He's been one of the bright spots for the Hornets. Been playing aggressively ever since he checked back into the game.
He's having a really good game, and he's just making his presence known in this game. Luckily, one guy can't do it alone, so. Derek, about 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in this game. You see Del State, they're down a good amount of points. If you're the coach, what are you telling your team right now?
I'm just telling them we got to find a way to continue to work on our offense because we're not where we want to be right now in the season. Offensively, we're going to have to work on some sets, and we're going to take this loss and just learn from it.
With that being said, we're getting ready to resume play here. Once again, if you haven't heard before, the DSU approaching marching storm is back and in full effect. Coppin State inbounds the ball. Cephas takes the screen. Cephas on the drive. The wraparound layup is good.
And he's showing off now for the people in the stands over in the corner.
Well, let's not forget he's from Bear, Delaware, so you know he wants to put on a little bit of a show.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now.
He's a showman, ladies and gentlemen, a showman. Cephas is just taking this game over.
He's done a good job just managing this offense and getting everybody in the right spots and making good plays.
Cephas has this Delaware State University defense looking lost and confused. And it looks like he has another assist there. Number 34, Charles Jeans. Sorry about that. Walker to Thomas. Thomas to Williams. Williams pass deflected off the sideline. Walker, jab step, crossover, drive, lay in. It is good. Good bucket there by Casey Walker, showing his repertoire of offensive moves there.
Yeah, and he's 6'8". When he gets to the lane, not many opponents is going to challenge his shot.
About 2 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second half. Hornets trail the Coppin State Eagles by 20. Cephas on the drive. 3-point is off. Rebound there by Kendall Gray. Looks like there's timeout on the floor. 2 minutes left. The chances of coming back, Derek, are highly unlikely. What do you tell a team when you know that the game's over, but it's not over?
You just want to see some effort. You may put in some other players, you may not, but you just want to see them play with 100% of effort. Maybe build some momentum for the next game. Get some type of spark here, somebody to play well. Which we have seen from Kendall Williams and Casey Walker.
Well, you got to see, like you said, Derek, what can you build on for next game? What positives can you take from this game, if any? One is definitely Kendall Williams and his ability just to show his full repertoire of offensive moves, the leadership abilities of gathering the troops, as I would like to say. And as well, Casey Walker, he's played well. He's not down the shots, but he's also got into the lane and made some buckets as well. They've kind of contained Sterling Smith, but Michael Murray and Cephas have taken this game over. And Cephas is, like I said, putting on a show for his Delaware natives. And I think he knows it.
Also, on the defensive end, you always got to see that Kendall Gray has 6 blocks. He's going to break that all-time block record for Hornets history. It's just a matter of time. But offensively, he just has not generated any offense. 1 for 5 for 2 points. I'm sorry, he's 2 for 6 for 4 points.
Looks like fans are beginning to file out of Memorial Hall, knowing that this game is out of reach. Kendall Gray to the line for 2 free throws. He makes the first one. Excuse me.
First is good.
misses the second one. Hornets are now down by 19 points with 1 minute 52 seconds remaining here in the second half of play. Williams with hounding defense. They're going to be calling that a foul.
Foul number 2, Kendall Williams, his first teammate. Tariq Cephas to the line. His first drops in.
Tariq Cephas out of Pincater High School, junior for Coppin State.
Cephas with second free throw here. It is short. Shot is good. Kendall Williams for 3.
He'll have 15. Second leader scorer, Casey Walker, of course, with 18. He's a high man for the Hornets.
Cephas on the drive. Smith. The layup is missed.
Wow.
It is missed by foul is called.
Kendall Williams with a nice crossover, gets into the lane and draws the foul. He's still playing hard. Only a minute left and he's still playing hard.
Free throw is good from Kendall Williams.
Jeremy J. Bates being substituted out after he blew the layup.
Kendall Williams, second free throw coming up. Shot is off, rebounded by the Eagles. And ladies and gentlemen, you might can wrap this one up. Looks like Cephas is going to run the clock as much as he can. About 15 seconds on the shot clock remaining. Cephas with the drive. Smith for 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put the kids to bed. Put the nail in the coffin. Cancel Christmas. The game is pretty much over. Coppin State leads Delaware State University 73-54, 32 seconds remaining. Once again, we are live from Memorial Hall. This is game 2 of our doubleheader. Earlier today, you've seen the Lady Hornets fall to Coppin State. It looks like the men will follow suit. My name is Byron Dixon alongside Derek Slayton and Roland DeVries. WDSU-TV is your home for all Hornet sports. Yes, even still Hornet basketball after this.
I think the worst part is that we're going to fall 0-3 in the basketball games we broadcasted. 0-2 for the Hornet men's
The elephant
and
in the
0-1.
room. I knew it, Derek. It's the elephant in the room. We are 0-3
We're
on calling
0-3,
these
man.
games. I guess it's us.
I don't know. When I called the Delaware State men's football team, you know, we had a winning record. So I think it may be you, but
Well, look.
I don't know if it's me per se. You know,
With 8 seconds remaining, Derek, 73-54.
I bet you if you start broadcasting for Coppin State, we come back and win right now.
Well, teams, you never know. These teams may see each other again. The final score is 73-54. The Hornets fall to the Eagles. For Derek Slayton, Roland DeVries, once again, my name is Byron Dixon. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.